That's me, on the back of a pickup truck on a frozen lake in Norway. Why? Well, first of all, we couldn't afford a Russian arm, the chase car with the crane on top. And secondly, I was living the dream, so to me it didn't really matter. I was just happy to be there. The year is 2021. The air is crisp, the temperature is low, and the ice beneath us groaning with the weight of the moment. It wasn't exactly how I envisioned it, but here I was, on a shoot for my dream client, Porsche. The guy in the front seat, he plays a central role in this story too, but we'll get back to him later. For years, I dreamt of working with Porsche, and when the opportunity came, it was far better than I could have ever imagined. You know the car you just saw? That's the Porsche Taycan Gran Turismo. It would launch later that year, and here I was capturing its essence before the world even knew it existed. 2 months later, I sat in my living room. I watched Oliver Bloom step onto the stage and utter the words,
"We took it to the freezing cold of Norway."
Like a time traveler witnessing his own past, I saw my work flash across the screen. That was the moment I realized just how pivotal this project was for my career. And it didn't stop there. That shoot opened doors to even more projects with Porsche. A feature documentary chasing the Northern Lights in Lofoten, a Porsche travel experience, and several others. So how did I, a self-proclaimed cinematographer, end up working on a project like this? To tell that story, we need to rewind to 2017, the year that I decided to give filmmaking a real shot. I had just come home from my first ever paid gig, $50 to shoot for a nightclub. It wasn't anything special, but it made me realize something later that night. That this could be more than just a hobby, this could be a viable career. More inspired than ever, I grabbed a notebook and I wrote down a list of goals, some more unrealistic than others. One of them, shoot for Porsche. That year was also the golden era of Jon Olsson's vlogs. I watched every single one of them. But it wasn't just Jon that caught my attention. It was the guy behind the camera, Marcus Valeur, who became my biggest inspiration. He was living the life, driving fast cars, traveling, filming. I wanted in. I pursued that path with everything I had, and against all odds, I landed a gig making vlogs for a MotoGP rider. So I packed my bags, I moved to Monaco, I spent 6 months traveling the world, and that's when I learned the truth about that lifestyle. It's hard work, it's exhausting, but it was the experience of a lifetime. And it even got me featured in my local newspaper back home. When I returned to Norway, that article caught someone's eye. A company reached out, we clicked, and I spent the next year working with them. We had big plans for 2020, but as you know, COVID hit. In 1 week, I lost $60,000 worth of projects. I needed a plan. Fast. I pitched the idea of running my client's social media, and luckily for me, they went for it. And guess what? 2 months in, my client got a DM from none other than Marcus Valeur, the guy who had inspired me to pursue this career in the first place. I had an unpitched project up my sleeve, a country slowly reopening, and a window of opportunity that wouldn't stay open for long. I pitched both the project and Marcus's involvement to my client. They said yes, and it was on. That project ended up costing me $2,000 to complete, but I knew it was worth it. Marcus and I worked well together, the project turned out great, and the client was thrilled. More importantly, I was on Marcus's radar. I knew he worked closely with Porsche, and all I could do was to hope that one day he would think of me. Winter came around, COVID shut the borders once again, and when Porsche was going to shoot the world premiere for the Gran Turismo, they called Marcus. And when Marcus needed a team, guess who he called? So, what do we take away from this? Opportunities don't tap you on the shoulder, they whisper, and if you're not listening, they slip away. Learn to recognize the right ones and grab them with both hands. Surround yourself with people who inspire you and be somebody that people want to work with. Your talent matters, but so does your attitude. And if people don't enjoy being around you, they won't call you back for another job. It's as simple as that. And if there's one rule to live by, it's under-promise, over-deliver. If you think it'll take 1 week, say 2, deliver in 1. That's how you turn a foot in the door into a seat at the table. Sure, there's some randomness in all of this, but I believe that luck isn't just something that happens, it's something you can create. I call it stacking the deck in your favor. If you know where you want to go, just map out the steps, the path is there, and all you have to do is walk it. The only question is, will you?